Please consider subscribing if you enjoy our content and want to see more from us.
We are overwhelmed with information when we meet someone for the first time, and it can be difficult to figure out what kind of person they are. That is why it is critical to comprehend how we communicate. According to researchers, our body language accounts for 55% of what we communicate, 38% of our voice tone, and only 7% of what we really say. This indicates that, in addition to what a person's looks may convey, we must consider these three characteristics when meeting someone for the first time. So, if you want to get a sense of someone's personality when you meet them for the first time, start with the head and work your way down. The first rule is to make eye contact. The eyes are often referred to as the windows to the soul. Consider the context while determining which type of eye contact someone is making with you. If someone can't keep their gaze away from you, for example, it could indicate a love interest. When you look someone in the eyes and they can't bring themselves to return your gaze, it's a sign that they're either nervous or have something to hide. However, if you're conversing with someone whose stare makes you uncomfortable, especially if they're very still and not blinking, something is obviously wrong, and they could be lying to you. Set of eyebrows. Examine a person's eyebrows to determine their level of comfort. There are three basic emotions that cause you to raise your brows: fear, concern, and surprise. When you're having a casual conversation with a pal, try raising your eyebrows. Isn't it difficult to do? If someone you're speaking with raises their brows and the topic isn't one that would normally provoke surprise, worry, or terror, it's a sign that they're feeling uneasy. Smiling. The mouth can lie when it comes to smiling, but the eyes can't. Genuine smiles crinkle the skin around the eyes, causing crow's feet to form. People typically grin to mask their true feelings and thoughts. So, the next time you're wondering if someone's smile is genuine, remember this. Examine the corners of their eyes for crinkles. That smile is concealing something if they aren't there. What they say. If you meet someone for the first time and all they talk about is their fantastic, better half or laud their coworkers, you can assume they're a really decent person. According to studies, the more people rate others as kind, polite, caring, and well-mannered, the more likely they are to possess these characteristics themselves. On the other hand, the opposite is also true. Anyone who backstabs and accuses others of being manipulative and nasty is more likely to possess these characteristics. It's also likely that they've struggled with depression or a personality disorder in the past. Paralanguage. Nonverbal communication includes things like tone, pitch, and speaking style. Essentially, it's a fancy way of expressing that you should pay attention to how someone speaks. If someone responds to you in a monotone, they're probably uninterested and detached from your concept. Another notable example is the use of sarcasm. When someone utilizes sarcasm, what they're really saying is the exact opposite of what they're saying. So pay attention to how they speak things and how they emphasize terms. It provides you with a good indication of their genuine intentions. Side glance. People that are kind and eager to meet you will turn their bodies to face you and look you in the eyes. On the other hand, if you've just met someone and they look to the side, this is a subconscious body language hint indicating they're looking for a way out. There is a lot of nodding. When someone nods, it usually means they agree with you. Excessive nodding, on the other hand, could indicate apprehension about approval. When you tell someone something and they don't respond excessively, this indicates that they are concerned about your opinion of them or that you have doubts about their capacity to follow your orders. Frequent nodding, on the other hand, could be unintentional instructions encouraging the other person to begin moving. It's the same thing that happens when someone continues gazing at their watch or fiddles with their car keys. The chin and jaw. When someone is trying to make a decision, they rub their chin and glance up, down, or to the side, which is a solid sign that they are thinking. Stress manifests itself in clenched jaws. Whatever the other person is saying, this suggests that they're in a lot of pain. The conversation could be moving towards something they're worried about, or their attention could be elsewhere and they're concentrating on the item that's bothering them. The posture. You can tell a lot about someone's self-confidence by how they carry themselves. For example, if someone walks upright with their shoulders back and their gaze straight ahead, it indicates that they are confident and happy with themselves. Slouching over and staring at the ground while walking, on the other hand, provides a completely different impression. It doesn't always mean they have poor self-esteem, but that's the message it sends. Rubbing his hands together. When a person rubs their hands together, it is thought that the hands broadcast what the head is thinking. In general, it indicates that they have a favorable impression of something. This is frequently done when someone is anticipating something excellent in the future and is excited about it. Handshake. A person's soft and floppy handshake can reveal a lot about them, including if they are meek or a pushover. It's too demanding and crushing. They're also likely to be dominant. The duration of time is also crucial. Too long, and it becomes strange; too short, and it becomes conflictual. It's conceivable that the individual does not wish to form a strong bond with you. However, it's also possible that they're short on time, either leaning in or leaning away. When someone leans in close to you, it's evident that they're interested in what you're saying. You may not realize it, but it's also a symbol of respect. When people lean in closer to you during a conversation, it indicates that they want to confide in you. It instills in you a sense of trustworthiness and worth. Leaning back, on the other hand, indicates that the person is tired of the talk or that they are uncomfortable for whatever reason. His arms and legs are crossed. Have you ever had a chat with someone whose arms or legs were crossed while you were conversing? It's not a good indicator whether you're on a first date or attempting to sell someone a new idea. Crossed arms and legs indicate that the other person is not interested in what you're saying, even if they're smiling and talking about something wonderful. The story is told via their body language. Crossed legs or arms psychologically indicate that a person is mentally, emotionally, and physically cut off from what is in front of them. Similarly, the path of someone's feet can indicate a lot about them. A person who likes you will stand with both feet facing you. If their feet begin to move toward the door, it indicates that they've had enough and want to leave. Shoes. The shoes a person wears can reveal a lot about their personality. We all seem to pass judgment on other people's footwear. However, investigations have shown that they are fairly accurate. Nervous folks will wear brand new or immaculately clean shoes. Comfortable shoes will be worn by friendly people. Aggressive folks choose ankle boots, while calm people prefer uncomfortable shoes. Take a look at your own footwear. Is your personality type compatible with theirs? Overall appearance. What someone wears and how they show themselves can reveal a lot about them. If the person's hair is in place, their clothes are pressed, and they are well dressed. They could be obsessive-compulsive. Someone with a more informal attire or bedhead may be more creative or simply messy, so pick someone who is uncapped and smelly. It's possible they're just a slacker. Imitating other people's body language. If you've never tried to read people before, you may not have noticed this, but pay attention. In the future, pay attention to it. Because when someone imitates your body language, it signifies they like you so much that they want to harmonize with you. It's a sign that the conversation is going well and that the other party is paying attention to what you're saying. This is done unintentionally, as no one wanders around with the goal of blatantly mimicking someone. When we get along with someone, though, we have a tendency to do what they do. Some of us are very good at reading people's signals, while others are so awful at it that they require the other person to come out and tell them exactly what's on their mind. It's not simple to read people, but if you can, it's a terrific skill to have. Everyone, of course, is unique. As a result, interpreting their words and actions is not always accurate. But hopefully, using these pointers, you'll be well on your way to improving your people reading skills.